Narrator, serious measured. In every city, every day, thousands of moments test the line between judgment and justice. Sometimes that line is crossed before a word is spoken. This is one of those moments. Ext, downtown Chicago day. A soft drizzle coats the sidewalks. Busy foot traffic. A small boutique window flashes SAL E70% OFF. Cut to int. Boutique continuous rows of handbags and shoes. Customers browse quietly. Among them, Captain Maya Jones, 38. A calm, confident black woman in plain clothes. Jeans, blazer, minimal makeup. She checks her watch, clearly in between errands. She picks up a leather purse, feels the stitching. The store clerk, 22, nervous, glances repeatedly at her. Narrator bias rarely announces itself. It lives in glances, in assumptions, in silence that tightens a room. Maya quietly to herself, nice work, real stitching, not glued. She pulls out her phone, snaps a picture, texts. Found the one. We'll grab it after meeting. She sets the purse back neatly, steps toward the door. Clerk blurts, "Ma'am, are you going to pay for that?" Maya turns, puzzled, "Excuse me?" "Clerk, I saw you put something in your bag." Maya freezes, opens her tote slowly. Nothing but a notebook. Badge wallet tucked deep inside, unseen. Nothing's in here. You're welcome to look." The clerk hesitates, then grabs a phone, whispers, "Narrator, a single call." A phrase, possible shoplifter. The match is struck. EXT. Boutique, moments later rain thickens. 2 patrol cars pull up, lights flashing muted red and blue against wet glass. Shoppers stop. Cell phones rise. Officer Reed, 34, and Officer Turner, 29, step out, hands already near holsters. "Reed, you the manager?" "Clerk, she's inside." Tall woman, blue blazer. She hid something. Reed. "All right, stay back." They enter. Int. Boutique. Continuous. Maya stands near the counter, calm but alert. "Red, ma'am, we got a call about theft. We'll need to check your bag." That's fine. I told the clerk she could." She sets it on the counter, opens it. Empty except for the notebook, water bottle, wallet. "Turner, where's the purse you took?" "Maya, on the display table where I left it." Reed checks, finds it exactly there, untouched. He glances at the clerk, who suddenly looks unsure. Red, slight exhale. All right, maybe a misunderstanding. But Turner notices Maya's leather badge wallet peeking out, half visible. "Turner, what's that? You hiding something?" It's mine." "Please don't reach." Turner grabs it first, flips it open, sees the police badge and ID. Captain Maya Jones, Chicago Police Department. His jaw locks. Reed, "Wait, you're Captain Jones?" "Maya, yes. Off duty. You've just detained a superior officer." Narrator, for some, realization lands like thunder. For others, it drips in shame, 1 second at a time. Turner lowers his hand slowly. The clerk's eyes widen. "Clerk, I didn't know. I just thought..." "Maya, you thought I fit the description." Silence. The rain outside swells into sound. Reed, "Captain, procedure..." "Maya, procedure is evidence, not assumption. What happened here will be written up." She closes her bag, steady. "Turner, ma'am, you can't just..." "Maya, I can. And I will. Both of you, names and badge numbers." Reed hesitates, scribbles on a pad, hands it over. Narrator power reveals itself not in shouting, but in composure under fire. Maya walks out into the rain. Phones still record. A bystander mutters, "She's one of them?" Softly to herself. "Yeah, and still one of you." She gets into her unmarked SUV, starts the engine. Her hands tremble just once before she exhales. Into SUV, later radio static fills the car. She calls, "Maya dispatch, it's Jones. Off-duty incident at 9th and Maple. I need internal affairs on notice." Dispatcher, VO, "Copy that, Captain." "You okay?" "Maya, I will be." She drives off. Camera lingers on the boutique window, the clerk standing still, drenched in her own regret. Narrator, one misunderstanding closed. A larger one opens. The system she serves will now face its own mirror. Fade out. End of part 1. Narrator, measured calm. In Riverside City, word travels faster than truth. When a moment of bias hits the public eye, it doesn't just expose a misunderstanding, it tests every principle an institution claims to stand for. Inte, Riverside Police. Headquarters, morning. The building hums with low tension. Officers whisper in corridors. On the wall, integrity, service, honor. Captain Maya Jones, now in uniform, walks through the glass doors. Heads turn. Conversations hush. Narrator respect looks different when shame enters the room. In Chief Harrison's office moments later. Chief Harrison, 55, stern but fair, looks up from a file. A tablet shows a paused video. Shaky cell phone footage of the boutique confrontation. It's gone viral overnight. Harrison, sit down, Captain. You made the morning news. AYA not by choice, sir. Harrison, no one ever is. Internal Affairs is asking questions already. The mayor's office, too. Maya, I called it in myself. Transparency first. He studies her a moment measuring professionalism against pressure. Harrison, the officers involved are on administrative leave pending review. You'll need to give a full statement. MYA, of course. But this isn't just about me. Chief, that store clerk called because she saw someone suspicious. We both know what that means. Harrison, quietly, we do. But public perception cuts both ways. Right now, everyone sees uniforms and blames all of us. Maya, then let's show them accountability, not defensiveness. He nods slightly, respect tinged with worry. In locker room, later Maya changes into her patrol jacket. 2 officers, Reed and Turner, sit nearby in civilian clothes suspended. They glance up. Silence. Then Reed speaks. Reed, Captain, I didn't mean for it to. Maya, I know. You followed a call, but you didn't question it. Reed, we were trying to do our job. Maya, doing the job means seeing people, not profiles. Turner shifts, guilt heavy. Turner, it looked bad, I get that, but everyone's on edge these days. We react before we think. Maya, that's exactly what has to change. Narrator, accountability isn't vengeance. It's the beginning of reform. Ext. Riverside City Hall Day, reporters crowd the steps. Microphones, flashbulbs. A press conference banner reads, Police Accountability and Trust. Maya steps to the podium beside the mayor and Chief Harrison. Cameras click. Reporter number 1. Captain Jones, do you believe your arrest was racially motivated? A beat? Maya chooses her words carefully. Maya, I believe assumptions were made faster than facts. And that's a danger to every citizen, not just me. What matters now is what we learn from it. Reporter number 2, do you plan legal action? Maya, I plan to keep serving this city. Change starts from within. Narrator, the crowd hears grace. The system hears warning. And somewhere online, the clip becomes a symbol shared, debated, dissected. Intent. Maya's HOME night quiet. She sits at her kitchen table, badge beside a cup of tea. News from the TV flickers. Her face, headlines, interviews. Her phone buzzes, unknown number. She answers. Voice older, female. Captain Jones? You don't know me, but my daughter was there that day. She saw you stay calm. Thank you for that. Maya's eyes soften. Maya, tell her I appreciate it. Calm was all I had left. She hangs up, exhales slowly. Narrator. Sometimes leadership is silence that steadies the world for a moment. Internal Affairs office next morning. Maya sits across from Investigator Clark, 40s. The recorder blinks red. Clark. Captain, for the record. Did you identify yourself as law enforcement before or after you were detained? Maya, after. I wanted to see how far the assumption would go. Clark raises an eyebrow. Clark, you were testing your own department? Maya, no. I was hoping I wouldn't have to. Pause. Clark, that's telling. Anything else you'd like to add? Maya, just that accountability shouldn't depend on a badge. He stops the recorder, thoughtful. Ext. Riverside Police Academy, day a week later. Maya speaks to a group of cadets. A projector shows the boutique footage freeze-framed. Maya, what do you see here? A young cadet raises her hand. Cadet, a suspect being questioned. Maya, wrong. You see a person being judged before questioned. That's the difference between fear and fairness. They listen some uncomfortable, all attentive. Narrator, every generation of officers inherits the weight of those before. Few are brave enough to shift it. In Chief Harrison's office evening, Harrison stands by the window as Maya enters. Harrison, the review's done. Internal Affairs cleared you. The officers will undergo retraining. The clerk issued an apology. Maya, good. Maybe it'll mean something if it's more than paperwork. Harrison, you've got the department's respect, Captain. Not everyone could have handled it the way you did. Maya, respect doesn't fix trust. But it's a start. He nods. Narrator, justice isn't an event. It's a series of choices, small, relentless, human. Fade out. End of part 2, fade in. Narrator, steady documentary tone. Change is easy to praise in a speech. It's harder to live with in silence. When the cameras turn away, reform has to walk through the same hallways it once exposed. Inte Riverside Police Headquarters hallway morning, Maya walks through the corridor, paperwork in hand. Conversations hush again, but this time not from shame, from unease. Some officers nod respectfully. Others look away. Narrator, heroes in headlines often become strangers in the break room. Inte Squad ROOM continuous. Officers gather around the coffee maker. Sergeant Lane, 40, whispers to Officer Brooks, 28. Lane, you see the new training memo? Jones is heading it. Brooks, great. Another lecture about bias from the woman who embarrassed the whole precinct. Maya enters mid-sentence. They straighten, pretending to look busy. Maya, morning, everyone. We'll start the briefing in 5. Her tone is calm, professional, but her eyes register every flinch. Int, briefing room. Later. Slides project on the wall. Procedural integrity workshop, led by Captain Maya Jones. Maya addresses a mixed room of young cadets and veteran officers. Maya, we're not here to talk about politics. We're here to talk about people, how every decision you make affects someone's trust in this uniform. That includes how we respond to bias, even unspoken bias. Hands go up. Questions. Some genuine, some defensive. Cadet number 1, Captain, what if a call sounds legit? If we hesitate, we could lose a suspect. Maya, hesitation isn't the problem. Assumption is. You act on evidence, not appearance. The moment you forget that you trade justice for convenience. Silence. The lesson lands heavier than intended. Narrator, for some, her words are training. For others, they feel like judgment. That's how resistance begins. Quiet, prideful, and contagious. In parking lot. Afternoon, Maya loads files into her car. Officer Reed approaches, freshly reinstated after retraining. Reed, Captain, got a minute? She turns, guarded but polite. Maya, sure. Reed, I wanted to say, that day at the boutique I froze. I've been replaying it for weeks. It wasn't just about you. I keep thinking, what if it had been my sister? Or me, out of uniform? Maya, then you're already learning what some never do. Empathy isn't weakness, Reed. It's awareness. Reed, guess I needed to be humbled to see that. She gives a small, tired smile. Maya, we all do, eventually. Inti Community Center evening, a town hall forum. Banners. Community police dialogue. Locals fill the chairs, skeptical faces, arms crossed. Maya sits on stage beside Chief Harrison and a civil rights advocate, Tara Hendricks, 40s. Tara. People out there still don't trust. An apology doesn't erase fear. Maya, you're right. It doesn't, but transparency starts with listening even when it's uncomfortable. Citizen, from audience. So what's going to stop the next mistake? Maya pauses. MAY, policies can guide us, but only conscience can stop us. That's the part no manual can fix. We have to. Applause breaks unevenly, scattered but sincere. Narrator bridges aren't built in applause. They're built in arguments that don't end in shouting. In TMA, MAYA's office night. She sits alone, stacks of reports surrounding her. The rain from part 1 returns, a soft reminder of the cycle. Her phone buzzes. A message from an unknown number. Meet me. I have info about the boutique call, she frowns. Narrator truth rarely arrives politely. It knocks after hours when no one else will answer. Ext. Empty parking garage night, Maya's car headlights sweep over concrete pillars. A man in civilian clothes steps out of the shadows. Ray Diaz, 30s, a dispatcher from the same department. RAY Captain Jones. Sorry for the drama. I couldn't come to HQ, too many eyes. Maya, you said you had information. Yeah? The boutique call, it wasn't random. It came from a flag number. The clerk had been on a theft watch list some officer sent to local stores. Profiles of suspicious individuals. Mostly black women. No warrants. Nothing official. Maya's face hardens. Maya, who authorized it? I can't say yet. But it came through an internal email chain. I can get you a copy. Narrator, the plot shifts from mistake to pattern. From accident to design. Maya send it to my secure line, and Ray, thank you. Be careful. He nods, disappearing into the shadows. Maya stands still, the weight of revelation settling on her. Narrator for Captain Jones, justice has never been personal, until now. Fade out, fade in. Narrator, calm, steady. When truth arrives without proof, courage must decide what to do with it. Captain Maya Jones now holds more than evidence. She holds the weight of a question no badge can answer. What does justice look like from the inside? Int. MAYAS apartment night laptop open, dim light flickering across her face. On the screen, a list of names and short notes people reported as likely offenders. No criminal record beside any of them. Just descriptions. Quietly to herself. They were never suspects. Just profiles. She exhales, closes the file, and stares out at the city lights. Narrator, a single list doesn't prove intent, but it reveals a habit, a culture of shortcuts. Inte, Riverside Police Headquarters, conference room, day Chief Harrison. Internal Affairs, and several commanders sit around the table. Maya enters, calm but firm, folder in hand. Harrison, Captain, I hear you've been asking questions. Maya, I found something that needs answers. She slides the folder forward. Silence as pages pass from hand to hand. Commander Pierce, where did this come from? Maya, a concerned employee. The point isn't who leaked it, it's why it existed. Harrison, and you're certain it's ours? Maya, it was sent through an internal account. These aren't criminals, Chief. They're citizens. Harrison leans back, rubs his temples. Harrison, you realize what this means if it's verified? Maya, it means we finally admit bias isn't a rumor, it's a record. Narrator, the room feels smaller. Authority bends under the gravity of accountability. Ante press room, day a new conference. This time, no banners, just plain microphones and a wall of questions waiting. Maya stands beside Harrison. Harrison, steady voice. An internal review has uncovered procedural issues involving information sharing. Effective immediately, the department will implement oversight and independent auditing. He glances at Maya. Maya, transparency isn't comfortable. It isn't supposed to be. But if we want trust, we start by earning it again. Flashbulbs. The room erupts in overlapping questions. Narrator, for once, the noise sounds less like outrage and more like relief. Ixt, Riverside Street sunset, weeks later. The same boutique from part 1. Maya parks nearby, steps out in plain clothes. The clerk, nervous but contrite, comes to the door. Clerk Captain Jones? I wanted to apologize in person. I learned a lot since that day. Maya, learning's good. Just make sure it changes something. They exchange a faint, genuine smile. Narrator, forgiveness isn't forgetting. It's releasing a weight you can't carry forever. Inte, Riverside Police Academy Auditorium Day. New cadets fill the seats. Maya stands at the podium, uniform pressed, voice clear. Maya, you'll make mistakes. We all do. But the badge isn't protection from them. It's a promise to face them. Remember that every person you meet has a story you don't know. That's your real training. Applause rises, quiet, respectful, lasting. Narrator, the city hasn't changed overnight. But something subtle has shifted the expectation of conscience. Ixt, Riverside, riverfront, evening, Maya walks along the water. The skyline glows gold. Children play nearby. She stops, looks at her reflection. Oya, softly, one day at a time. A gentle wind ripples the water, blurring her reflection into light. Narrator. Justice is not a finish line, it's a direction. And tonight, Captain Maya Jones keeps walking toward it. Fade out. The end.